Hey everybody, AZ Badfish here. Welcome back to the Craftinomical SMP. Picking up right where we left off at the end of the last episode. I've got a couple things I would like to do. We need to get some good tools. I've got all these pickaxes and stuff, and they're okay. But I'd like to get a drill going, but we also really could use a storage system, an actual storage system, and I think I want to go with refined storage because that's the one that I know the best. It's also, in my opinion, the more efficient of the two options. I know some people really like applied energistics, but I just don't. I don't like the way the storage disks work and stuff like that. So let's get into it. I know that for the drill, with actually additions, right, to get a drill, we need a couple things. We're going to need these diamantine crystals along with drill core, which takes Craftinomia crystals, basic coils. Actually, we might not be able to do this because we need advanced. We probably have enough nuggets, actually. We should have enough nuggets for that. How many of those do we need? Only 2? I don't know if I'll have enough to make 4, because I want to make one for Nina also, and our gold supply is pretty limited right now. In fact, I don't see any. There's 3 gold ores. Okay, I thought we had some ingots somewhere. Did they disappear? Did she use them for something? I don't know. I do not. Oh, maybe she made the golden apple with it. I don't know, but that's okay. So we're gonna need to get some basic tech stuff going. I think we can probably double some of these, get 6 ingots out of it, which will get us plenty. So that means we're also going to need to get some thermal expansion stuff going. So what we need, I think we want a pulverizer, which is some copper gears, redstone reception coil, machine frames, so 10 gears. What? Oh, 10 ingots. All right, so I'm going to craft up a pulverizer, and then, oh, but before, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we can even do that, we need power. We need a generator, and we have RF tools in this pack, which means we have my favorite type of generator, the good old coal generator from RF tools. I love this thing. It's pretty efficient. You get 60 RF per tick out of it, and that's great to start with. So I'm going to craft up some machines here, some basic machines, and we'll come back to you guys here in a bit. Alright, so a little bit of an update here. I've gone ahead, I've got a pulverizer, we've got our coal generator, and atomic reconstructor, and I was looking into what I needed to build a drill, right? And, you know, I think I've got most everything I need. We can make the diamantine crystals, the anori crystal blocks, the advanced coils. I had to actually go down and look for gold because I ran out of gold just to make this stuff. So I found 1 vein of gold. Man, it took forever, and it was only 4 pieces of ore. So we're really low on gold. But we are also really low on diamonds. I've only got 3. So I've only actually got enough to make 1 set of diamonds. I've got enough, or one drill. I've got enough to make 2 of everything else, I think. But I went back down, tried to do some more mining, and I came back up, and I've got so much stuff now. We've got a ton of stuff, and no diamonds. I didn't find any more diamonds, so we've still only got these 3, and that's not enough to make 2 drills, and that's kind of a problem, right? So we've got all this stuff here. We're full of stuff. I've decided I want to go ahead and work on refined storage, but in order to do that, we're going to need a bunch of quartz. We're going to need a ton of quartz, and we've actually got some. We've got some. Nina's been busy. So we've got, oh, I think I moved it over here. Yeah, we've got just over a stack of quartz, but we don't have any glowstone. And if you know anything about refined storage, you need a bit of it. Not a ton, right? So in order to make quartz or silicon, you've got to cook down quartz, and you need quartz to make quartz-enriched iron. You need, in order to make the grid, you need these construction cores, which take glowstone. And then, of course, you need it for the higher end stuff here. Well, maybe not the base. We only need a little bit of glowstone, thankfully. But we're going to need a bunch of quartz. So I am going to head off into the nether, I think. I've got a bow. I've got a few arrows. Hopefully we won't really need them. I'm definitely not... I'm definitely not as prepared for the nether as I'd like to be. And I have not been in the nether in this pack yet. I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully it's not terrible, but we just need some quartz and glowstone. So, wow, this place looks kind of nuts. So hopefully we can find some stuff here without dying. So I'm going to hunt around the nether, and I guess I'll come back to you guys once we're back at home, assuming I haven't died. Alright, so we haven't come that far, but the soul sand is kind of creeping me out. I don't know if that's going to hurt me. See, that's our portal up there. There's actually a fortress right here. But yeah, I don't know if this is going to hurt me or not. I don't think it will. Doesn't seem like it is. But I just want to run over here, grab some of this glowstone. I still haven't found a ton of quartz. So hopefully we can get enough to get everything done that we need. Alright, good. I'm glad it didn't hurt me. I don't know what's up with that. There's lots of crazy stuff here in the nether, like puddles of blood, and I'm walking on flesh, and it sounds kind of gross. But alright. Yeah, luckily haven't... Ooh, hello. What are you? Oh, the costume moo. Nice. Alright. I'm going to collect some stuff, keep collecting, and hopefully not run into anything terrible. Well, my pick almost broke, so I figured it would be a good time to come back. But we got a decent amount of stuff. Almost 2.5 stacks of quartz and almost 2 stacks of glowstone dust. So we should have plenty of stuff to get started. However, I do know you go through nether quartz very quickly. You think you've got enough, and then you realize you don't, because you need quartz-enriched iron, you need quartz to make silicon, you need it for all kinds of stuff. So it goes a lot faster than you might be prepared to to have it go. But let's put that in there. I know it's not going yet. I got to clear out some inventory. I got a lot of stuff though. I got a lot of stuff that I don't know what it does, but I got a lot of it, so that's fun. Gonna need, yeah. So we'll cook down some of that, and then I will cook down some quartz. Well, we're making silicon here, but I'm gonna need to make some iron here. All right, let me get some stuff together, and then we'll get our refined storage going. Man, I forgot how slow this thing is. And it's this is an expensive process. It's going to use up a lot of our gold and diamonds too. Hopefully I've got enough stuff to actually make the crafting grid here so that we can actually use it. And then of course we're going to have to make storage discs and stuff. I might have to actually go down and do some crazy vein mining. But I'm almost out of diamond pick. I don't have any stuff. The beginning is rough, you guys. The beginning is rough. Alright, so I've made those. I'm working on making a grid right now. So I need a construction core, which is a basic processor and a glowstone. And then I need to also make a destruction core, which is a basic processor and nether quartz. So we're going to have to make some basic processors, and that's done with iron. And yeah, so we'll be here for a bit. Well, we've got our basic refined storage system up. I've got a crafting grid, we've got the controller, the solder, and the disk drive, which currently has just the one 16K storage disk. I would have liked to make a 64K, but we don't have enough gold to craft all of the extra 16K parts. So for now, we'll just leave the 16K in place. I'm going to start putting this stuff in there, but I'm not going to be putting in our ores. I'll probably, yeah, that might be the only thing we leave out for now. I'm not sure about like the dirt and stuff, dirt and stone. we'll probably leave out, and the ores. But all of this other random stuff can definitely go in there. Probably all this wood and stuff as well. We'll just throw it all in there to kind of clean out and organize it a bit. One of the issues we're going to run into, though, is we're going to make sure we leave our coal out so that we can always have power in this thing, because it's still, this isn't great, right? Like, it's constantly using power, even though everything is mostly full, right? This is using 8 RF per tick. I know it says FE, but it's RF is the same thing. So it's constantly using it. That's the only downside to this, is that I don't think it throttles itself. If you've got coal in here, it's going to burn it, whether or not it needs all of that power or not. I'm not sure about that, but that seems to be the case. So we're going to have to leave our coal out so that we can always access our stuff for now. I want to get, I want to make sure we get some kind of automated power, at least for this, because that always seems to be a problem. And of course, as we go on and we've got like automated resource gathering, Nina's back, hooray! We can you know, put coal in here automatically, or we'll have some kind of automatic power. I'm thinking, at least to start with, we can make these thermoelectric generators, which is pretty popular from immersive engineering. They're pretty simple to make. It does take a bit of process, so we might not do that this episode. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm going to load this stuff up, and then I want to look at possibly crafting up some drawers once we get everything loaded in here. Well, alright, so we've got a bunch of drawers in place. We've got our cobble and dirt and normal stone stored here. Interesting to note is that it's showing me the quantity on here, which is cool, but I didn't make a quantity key. I haven't made any keys yet, and you could tell that because these drawers don't have the quantity displayed. So it's weird that it works on the normal drawers automatically, but not on the compacting drawers. But yeah, anyways, so we've got gold and iron, we got quartz and coal, redstone and glowstone in here. We've got a few more places here so that we can add some of the other metals. We're going to need room for more eventually, but I think for right now, this is probably a good starting point. I'm going to spend a little bit more time off camera here going through some of this stuff, the ores, and kind of processing them a little bit. We're going to need to set up probably a better processing thing here, but maybe while I'm waiting, I'm going to try and set up at least one thermoelectric generator just to keep our system running, so it's not running off of the coal generator here. So that would be pretty sweet. In order to do that, we're going to have to get into some immersive engineering. So if we take a look at it real quick, I know you guys have probably seen this made before. We're going to need to make a hammer so we can hammer down some of this stuff. And is that actually constant tin? Yep, it has to be constant tin. So we're going to have to figure out how to make that stuff. I guess we're going to need to make an induction smelter. So we can, let's click through and see, is there an alloy? Yeah. So nickel and copper will make us constant tin, and we've got that stuff, so we're going to have to melt it down. I will have to make an induction smelter. I don't actually have one of those. And that's going to use some gold. But when we get that, we'll build a hammer to smash the stuff down into plates, and then we will use the snips or shears even to cut the plates into wires, and then we'll turn the wires into these coils around a stick, and then we'll need to make some steel, which, if I remember, is typically the harder one, but I think it's just coal and iron, right? Well, it's any coal, right? Or if that says fuel coke. I thought we could do it with just regular old coal. Coal dust, I guess. So we can pulverize some coal. Wow, tiny coal works as dust coal. That's kind of cool. So we can do that and then mix it with iron and get a bit of steel that way. So I'm gonna work around this, and I will come back to you guys here in a little bit once I've made some more progress. Well, all right. So we made a little bit more progress. I've got some stuff going on here. We'll walk you through it. I've got a few more compacting drawers now for all the metals that we've been collecting. Oh, mishmash, killed by a withercat. Those things are the worst. Those things are the worst. But yeah, so I've got all these drawers going for all the metals I've collected. We could make more for some other stuff later, but for now I think this is good. So we've got our tin is up here, aluminum, silver, lead. Of course, we've got coal and copper, nickel, and then the other stuff that was already here. And I hit it with the quantify key and a locking key, which is nice because now if I accidentally use all of something, which we've got a decent amount of stuff, so we probably won't use all of it on accident. But like even the stone, if we accidentally use all of it, yeah, it'll keep whatever we have in there. It'll remember what's supposed to go in there, even if there's nothing in there. So also, we've managed to clear out most of these. Like this crate's empty. This one's got potions in it. I think this one's empty. This one's got like some random armor and tools. The keys are in here. This is Nina's stuff and some things that are not actually in the system yet because I want to put them, like the lapis and the diamonds and the Certus quartz could probably all be in a compacting drawer, and then the black quartz we can sort. It'll eventually all be in the system, but for right now it's not. I've got the thermoelectric generator down there. It's doing okay. I don't remember how much it generates. It's not very much. I know that for sure. But it's enough to keep this powered, and I've got the extra energy going into this energy cell. Oh man. Mishmash, not having a good time. So this is basically a battery that holds extra power, and I've got it all connected to the atomic reconstructor, the pulverizer, got an induction smelter, and a redstone furnace. And so all this stuff is good. I started, kind of expanding the tech a little bit as I was, processing all of the ores that we've been mining up. So that's working pretty good. Of course, our coal generator is up here. In case we start going through a lot of stuff, we can throw some coal in here and it will generate extra power because, as I said, this does not put out that much power. But since we're holding 2 million RF in this basic energy cell, I think we'll probably be doing okay for power until we really start expanding this and getting like a real ore processing center going on, which we'll get to. We'll get to that eventually, but not now. I've been working on this for quite a while, so I think we'll wrap things up. The only other thing I've done is I've added a bonsai pot with the bonsai trees, so we could start automatically collecting oak wood and apples and stuff, which is pretty great because then I could make fruit salad and stuff like that, which is a okay food. I wouldn't even necessarily call it decent, but it's better than this bread. But hey, Vid gave us this bread and it's free, and it was great because I didn't have anything. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up here. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you check out all the other members. Their links are in the description. And yeah, until next time, this is AC Badfish signing out. I'll see you later. Bye bye.